So you're wearing a leather sweater in the dead of summer. You look good.
Thank you.
The amazing thing about the wardrobe is that it tells its own amazing story, which is a lovely thing and something I've learned over the past couple years about costume design, which is just, you can tell a completely subversive story through the clothes that you don't even need to articulate. I had, going into the show, a very clear idea of the aesthetic.
I met with Eugene and Dan, and then Daniel said, let's talk about wardrobe. And I went, wait a minute, okay, wait. I was like jumping up. Wait a minute, there's this woman, and
She had mentioned something to me about Daphne Guinness. She's a very eccentric dresser. She was friends with Alexander McQueen and wears very sort of Lady Gaga-ish inspired outfits. And she's like, I'm thinking of going in that direction. And I said, okay.
then it's still one thing to say, I want to be someone who thinks she's young and thinks she's hip and buys really incredible stuff, and she's, you know, fearless in her dressing.
Well, I'm glad you talked me out of the mohawk. I think these people deserve a little glamour in their political campaign.
You know, you can say all these things and you can all say the same words, but when it comes down to actually finding the pieces, that was all Daniel and Deb Hansen.
Deborah Hansen, who's our costume designer, is such an amazing talent. Together, we scoured both the internet, vintage stores, just to get the right clothes. Because I knew if we were gonna base this in reality, the clothes needed to be real designer clothes. They had to be expensive, and they had to look like $1 million, because that's all the family has is their clothes when they move to this town.
When I saw this stuff, I was like, oh my God, this is even way better than what I was thinking, you know, I mean, way better. It was just so great. And it's fun. Every day I get dressed and think, okay, even if I'm bad in the scene, even if I have no character, I've got a great look.
This is my talk now, shoot later look, so this visage is off limits for the moment, please.
What's amazing about Moira, the clothes help her feel comfortable. It's a character that really can't stand alone without the facade that she's sort of constructed for herself. And the clothes help inspire her in certain areas to just take that character into new and wonderful directions.
You can't put a price on dignity.
Tell that to your outfit.
This is your outfit.
Well, you like to think you develop your character, you know, internally, but the external can do so much for you, and in this case it really does. And when you get these kinds of clothes on, you just feel different, you stand differently, you move differently, people look at you differently, and it's all, I feed off of all of it. It's lovely. It's just the gifts.
We just needed to make the family stand out. So for me, wardrobe is such an unbelievably important way of doing that. And I think the clothes that you see, the outfits, the way that these characters wear their clothes is so polar opposite to the way that the townspeople dress that it was just such a fun way of making them stand out even more.